Imagine this. A young girl living in a quiet neighborhood, surrounded by family and friends she trusts. And then one man enters their lives. A man so charming, so persuasive, and so manipulative that he kidnaps their daughter, not once, but twice. This is the shocking, almost unbelievable true story of Jan Broberg, told in the documentary Abducted in Plain Sight. And today, we're diving deep into how this nightmare unfolded. At first glance, the Brobergs were just like any ordinary family in the 1970s. They lived in Pocatello, Idaho, a close-knit Mormon community where doors were left unlocked and neighbors were practically family. In this safe environment lived Jan, a sweet, bubbly young girl, the pride and joy of her parents. Then came Robert Bob Berchtold, a family friend, a neighbor, a man everyone thought they could trust, but behind his charm was something darker, something predatory. Berchtold, or B as they called him, quickly integrated himself into the Brobergs' lives. He showered the children with gifts, took them on outings, and always seemed to be around. But what no one realized was that he had an obsession, not with the family as a whole, but with young Jan. He played the long game. He gained the trust of Jan's parents, Mary Ann and Bob Broberg. He even manipulated them emotionally and physically, creating shocking entanglements that would later stun the world. You see, Berchtold didn't just groom Jan, he groomed her entire family. It was 1974. Jan was just 12 years old. Berchtold asked her parents if he could take her horseback riding. That sounded innocent enough. After all, he was a close friend. But instead of heading to the stables, he drove her far away. Days passed. Jan's parents grew worried, but they were hesitant to call the authorities, still believing B wouldn't harm their daughter. Meanwhile, Jan woke up in a motorhome. Groggy, disoriented. A strange voice came from a tape recorder, claiming to be aliens. These voices told her she was chosen for a special mission. She needed to have a child with Berchtold to save her family. This was no accident. Berchtold had carefully planted this story to brainwash Jan, making her believe that what was happening wasn't abuse. It was destiny. Eventually, the FBI tracked them down in Mexico, and Jan was returned home. But here's where the story takes an even darker, almost unbelievable turn. Despite what happened, despite the obvious warning signs, Jan's parents allowed Berchtold to remain in their lives. Why? Because he had manipulated them too. Berchtold had become intimately involved with both Mary Ann and Bob. He used these secret relationships as leverage, blackmailing them into silence and convincing them not to press charges. It's the kind of twist that makes viewers shake their heads in disbelief. How could this family let their daughter's abuser back in? But that's the terrifying power of manipulation. Not long after, Berchtold struck again. This time, he took Jan from her school. For months she disappeared without a trace. Jan's parents were desperate, but again, paralyzed by guilt and fear. Berchtold fed Jan the same alien story, reinforcing the belief that she was on a mission. And Jan, still just a child, believed him. It wasn't until federal agents intervened that Jan was rescued once more. 2 kidnappings, 2 escapes, and a family that was still tangled in Berchtold's web. Incredibly, even after the truth was out, Jan's parents were criticized for their inaction. The world couldn't understand how they had allowed this to happen, twice. But Jan, courageous and resilient, grew up to share her story. She revealed how manipulation, trust, and blind faith can be twisted into dangerous tools by someone determined to control. The case became a haunting reminder. Predators don't just target children, they manipulate entire families. The story of Abducted in Plain Sight leaves us with chilling questions. How well do we really know the people we trust? And how far can manipulation go when love and fear are twisted together? Jan's survival is a testament to resilience, but her story is also a warning that sometimes the greatest danger comes not from strangers in the dark, but from those we welcome into our homes. This was the shocking true story of Jan Broberg, abducted in plain sight.